It's late at night. The room is quiet. The lights are off. Everything around you has finally slowed down. But inside your mind, the day refuses to end. One thought turns into another. You replay a conversation from this morning and wonder if you said the wrong thing. You think about that email you forgot to send. You worry about tomorrow's meeting. You remember a mistake you made years ago. Then your mind starts creating problems that haven't even happened yet. What if something goes wrong tomorrow? What if I fail? What if things never get better? You glance at the clock. 30 minutes have passed. Then an hour. Your body feels completely exhausted, but your mind keeps running as if it's in the middle of the afternoon. If you've ever experienced this, I want you to know something important. You are not broken, and you're certainly not the only one. Millions of people struggle with racing thoughts at night. They desperately want to sleep, yet the harder they try, the more awake they become. The good news is that there is a reason this happens, and once you understand it, calming your mind becomes much easier. Let's begin with one simple truth. Your mind is not your enemy. It isn't trying to punish you. Believe it or not, it's actually trying to protect you. Our brains evolved to notice problems, predict danger, and prepare us for what might happen next. Thousands of years ago, this ability helped humans survive. Today, however, that same survival system often reacts to things that aren't life-threatening at all. An upcoming presentation, a difficult conversation, a financial concern, an embarrassing memory. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between a real danger and an imagined one. It simply notices uncertainty and begins searching for answers. Now think about your typical day. You're checking messages, answering emails, working, studying, driving, talking to people, scrolling through social media, listening to music, watching videos. Your attention is constantly pulled in different directions. During all that busyness, your brain doesn't get much time to process your emotions or unfinished thoughts. Then nighttime arrives. The notifications stop. The conversations end. The television is off. The house becomes quiet. And suddenly your brain finally has space to think. That's why worries often feel louder at night. It's not because your problems suddenly became bigger. It's because there are fewer distractions covering them up. The first mistake many people make is trying to force their minds to become completely silent. They think, I have to stop thinking. I need to clear my mind. I shouldn't be worrying. But have you ever noticed what happens next? The thoughts become even louder. Imagine someone tells you, whatever you do, don't think about a giant pink elephant. What happened? You pictured it immediately. That's because our minds don't respond well to force. The harder you try not to think about something, the more attention you give it. Instead of pushing your thoughts away, try something different. Notice them. Observe them. Let them pass. Imagine you're sitting beside a road. Cars continue driving past. Some are small. Some are noisy. Some are fast. But you don't run after every single car. You simply watch them pass. Your thoughts work the same way. A thought appears. You notice it. Then you let it continue without climbing inside it. Here's a simple sentence that psychologists often encourage people to practice. Instead of saying, I'm going to fail tomorrow, say, I'm having the thought that I might fail tomorrow. Notice the difference. The first sentence sounds like a fact. The second reminds you that it's only a thought. That tiny change creates distance between you and your anxious mind. Another reason your brain refuses to sleep is because it believes everything must be solved tonight. Have you ever caught yourself trying to fix your entire life at midnight? You start by thinking about tomorrow's schedule. 5 minutes later, you're worrying about your career. Then your relationships. Then your future. Then your health. Suddenly you're trying to solve problems that don't even exist yet. But here's the truth. Very few life-changing decisions are made with a tired brain at 1 o'clock in the morning. Late-night thinking rarely produces wisdom. Most of the time, it produces exhaustion. Tomorrow morning, after a good night's sleep, your mind will almost always think more clearly than it does tonight. So instead of asking, how do I solve every problem? Ask yourself, can this wait until tomorrow? Most of the time, the answer is yes. One of the simplest habits you can build is something psychologists often call a brain dump. Keep a notebook beside your bed. Before you lie down, spend just 5 minutes writing whatever is on your mind. Write your worries. Write tomorrow's tasks. Write random thoughts. Write unfinished ideas. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about making it look nice. Your goal isn't to write perfectly. Your goal is simply to tell your brain, I don't have to remember all of this tonight. Think of it as taking heavy bags off your shoulders before trying to rest. Many people are surprised by how much lighter they feel after doing this consistently. Now let's talk about your evening routine. Your brain needs a signal that the day is ending. If you're answering emails 1 minute and expecting deep sleep the next, your mind won't switch off instantly. Try creating a gentle routine. Dim the lights. Put your phone away at least 30 minutes before bed if possible. Choose something calming instead of stimulating. Read a few pages of a book. Listen to soft music. Stretch gently. Or simply sit quietly for a few minutes without trying to do anything at all. These small habits tell your nervous system it's safe to slow down now. Another powerful technique is bringing your attention back to the present moment. Notice your breathing. Not because you're trying to breathe perfectly, but because your breath is happening right now. Feel the pillow supporting your head. Feel the mattress beneath your body. Notice the blanket resting on your skin. Listen to the quiet sounds around you. Each time your mind wanders into tomorrow, gently guide it back to what is happening in this moment. Not with frustration, with kindness. Because your mind will wander. That's completely normal. Even people who meditate for years experience wandering thoughts. The goal isn't to stop your mind from thinking. The goal is simply to notice when it has wandered and gently return your attention. Again and again. Without judging yourself. Here's something many people need to hear. You deserve rest, even if your life isn't perfect. You don't have to earn sleep by solving every problem first. You don't have to finish every task. You don't have to know exactly what the future holds. Rest is not a reward. It's a necessity. And without it, even small problems begin to feel overwhelming. Think about the last time you slept well. Didn't everything seem just a little easier the next day? The problems probably didn't disappear, but your ability to handle them improved. That's the gift of good sleep. Before we finish, I want you to remember one final thought. Your racing thoughts are not a reflection of your worth. They are not proof that you're weak. They are not predictions of your future. They are simply thoughts. They come. They stay for a while. And eventually, they leave. The more gently you treat your mind, the easier it becomes to let those thoughts pass without following them. So tonight, when you lie in bed and your mind begins to race, don't fight it. Take a slow breath. Remind yourself that every thought doesn't need an answer. Every worry doesn't need a solution tonight. And every fear doesn't deserve your attention. Allow yourself to rest, because tomorrow's version of you will always be stronger, clearer, and wiser after a peaceful night's sleep than today's exhausted mind. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me. If this video helped you feel even a little calmer, I truly hope you'll come back for the next one. Together, we'll learn simple ways to understand anxiety, quiet overthinking, and build a healthier relationship with our minds, one step at a time. Until then, be kind to yourself, sleep well, and remember, peace doesn't begin when your thoughts disappear. It begins when you stop believing you have to follow every one of them. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you in any way, please like, share, and subscribe for more videos on personal growth, mental clarity, and a peaceful life. See you in the next video.